Hey guys, we'll be starting there soon. Give me a second. And welcome if you came by. Sorry, I'll just give me 1 second here. I'm just making sure, announcing that I'm streaming now. But I hope everyone's doing well. We'll be doing a couple things here today. We'll be, I say a couple things. We're actually not doing a couple. We're just doing mainly focusing on a redesign design today. Tomorrow we'll resume with our implementation from last week. I apologize that I wasn't able to stream again on Sunday like I was supposed to. Unfortunately, some conflicts came up, but don't worry. I promise you, you'll be excited for tomorrow's stream for the implementation. So, but we'll get that done. And I did add some new things to it though while I was off and away, and I'll showcase that a little bit tomorrow. But today I just want to make this kind of a short practice stream and just practice making some ability sounds. And I'll show you exactly where we're going to do it, or what game we're going to do it from in a second. Yeah, okay. I got everything done here. So, yeah, like I was saying, we'll be doing some resound design today. Last week on Saturday, we actually did some UI sounds for the Valorant pause menu, and I was, the character that I was playing, I was going to do the ability sounds on Sunday, but again, I had some things come up, and again, time wasn't going to be in our favor for the stream last Sunday, so we're just going to resume it today. We're going to be working with Valorant again, and but this time we're going to be working with the character and working with Jett. And one of her abilities, I forgot what it's exactly called, but pretty much it's her dash ability. She's pretty known for it. If you play Valorant, you might know exactly what ability I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to kind of get started. I did kind of cheat. I've already started some of it here, but it's really I really didn't do too much, but still. But yeah, we'll just get started here. It'll be kind of a shortest stream today, but it's just a way for me to get practicing and kind of work on my skills here. So let's just gonna resume here. A couple things that I did. First, two things. I did have to apologize that for some reason I didn't realize that when Reaper when the Reaper goes into its video window mode, you guys weren't seeing the actual window at all. So I made sure that I fixed that. So now I actually have a toggle key. So now you can see the video when I'm in Reaper. So I'll try to make sure that I keep on top of it though, make sure I don't stay on the video the whole time. But yeah, so that'll make it easier so you guys can see the video now in full screen, and you don't have to worry about trying to look down there or whatever. Yeah. So I guess first thing first, since we're on that video screen, is that I want to kind of play for you what it's going to entail. It's a basic dash ability that Jett has. It's ability that she uses to kind of dodge in the game, and so I just kind of wanted to redesign that myself and try it out. So that's what we'll be doing today. It's actually this blue one. I have multiple copies of it. Echo, sorry, that's actually the ultimate ability, so we're not going to do that one. We're going to do this one here. Today we're just doing this. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys here in a moment, and we'll take a look at this. You guys can see that, yeah. Very basic ability, and you can actually see it again happening in the next window here. I'll just show you both, just so you know. They're both the same sounds. Just wanted to show you a different perspective of it. But yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. And wow, this video got crushed. Give me a second here. I don't know why I did that. I don't think it likes when I see. I know I was doing it. I wasn't in video form there. Now I want to do this. Sorry, it's going to bother me if I don't make sure. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's something to keep in mind. If you guys aren't switched over back to Reaper, then you're not going to be able to see anything. But yeah, so, but you get the premise. We're just going to make a dash attack. So I did do a couple things. I actually recorded some things with my Zoom recorder here, as you can see. The first thing I kind of did was I got some blanket and like rustling of clothing sounds. Just in case if I needed like some kind of movement sound or something to kind of indicate that she is moving. I kind of heard it in the original sound design here, so a little bit, but not too much. But yeah, that's why I kind of got to the clothes rustling. But most importantly, what I really wanted to record was that it's like that whipping or like swirling sound effect that I hear and the tail end of the sound effect. Sorry, it's this little. Sorry, right here. Yeah. And actually, you know, well, before I even get to that, pretty much what I did for this here was I have like a fitness jump rope, and I pretty much swirled it around to kind of imitate that sound. And we'll kind of adjust it on the way and see what's gonna be the best thing to do here. Just because what I originally, as you can see, I kind of did start on some of it. What I originally had for this was actually a little bit faster, and it had more, I guess, like whooshing sounds compared to the original one. I only hear about 3 of them actually in the actual Jett sound design for the actual game. But right now the one I have is a little bit longer, so we'll definitely we'll definitely have to shorten that a little bit. I'm actually gonna put a little marker right here or so, and remind myself that this is the end of the sound design. Obviously, the reason why I'm doing that is to make sure that I know that anything, and honestly, it's more of anything past this. And what you see, I do have something past it. It's not gonna really match with the animation. So that's kind of mainly why I put there. It's like it's literally like having somebody, you know, in film when they use a little I can't remember what it's called right now, but when in films they use this thing where they slap the wooden little stick, and then they start to record the scene. It's so that they can sync the audio and film together. That's why that's kind of the main reason why they do that. Same purpose here, why I'm putting this little marker here. I want to identify that this is not only when the animation stops, but this is when my sound should, for the main sound design, stop as well. Obviously, there's some ambient sound, so we will be adding that as well here. So, but we're going to take it one step at a time. First, I want to kind of work on really two aspects of this sound design at first. I want to work on the main pulling and pushing of the wind. The animation that we see here, there's like two animations. When she pulls for the wind, and then she releases it. So the second one's a little bit softer than the actual first one, but that's the purpose of it there. So, but what I'm gonna do here first is we're gonna work on the pull. And actually, I hear some, and I do like the sound design because I hear some clothes rattling. She has like blades on her, and that's why there's like a tink sound. So I'm actually gonna try to look for that metal sound that we used last week to kind of emulate that there. Let's see. I'm trying to find the metal sound. Yeah, let's just try to look it up again. I thought I saved it here. If I can't find it quickly, I'm honestly not going to worry about it. That's not the biggest thing I'm going to worry about. So, well, we'll get the little small things like that later. But first, what we're going to focus on is the first. I want the base of the sound design, which is, to me, the pull and push of the wind as she's dashing through. And I kind of marked it here. Here's the pull. I say kind of, but I did. I marked this as a pull and this as a push, and we're gonna see how accurate it is. And this is more based off of what I'm hearing. So I want to try to bet my best to explain what I'm hearing here regarding this. So 1 second, and we'll just kind of play it again. And there's another layer of sound. That's why you're hearing that little thing there. And one thing I'm noticing is that my pull is actually a little bit, just a tad off here. So we'll go ahead and it's definitely more like right here when we pull the wind, which is totally fine. So we're just gonna move this here, and what we're gonna have to do here, honestly, is just kind of crunch down this, and we're gonna change the fade in and out. Yeah, here you go. I'm gonna change the color of this track so I can actually see it here. The color's a little too deep for me. We'll make it oh no, blue's fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in this here, and I want to make it so it's not going to overlap too much. And honestly, again, I'm probably going to be able to shrink down this one as well. And actually, I just noticed something I want. There you go. Okay. Sorry, so I needed to fix this here. Push wind. I want this to be the parent group. Yeah. So what we're gonna eventually do is we're gonna adjust this one to this size as well, but we're gonna focus on this here. And just to get most out of this, I'm gonna make this the top fade in, like more of a open curve here, and instead of doing the more closed fade out that we have. And then what we can do now is and it's a little bit late now, so we'll push it up. And that's really not too bad right there. And we'll compare it to the original sound design in a moment. Let's hear. We're gonna extend. I want to extend this loop so I can really take a look and see what's going on. I definitely think I need to add a higher layer to this as well. So we're gonna do that real quick here. We're just gonna try things out. Honestly, what I like to do in general with sound design is just try and see what works and what doesn't work, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing a lot of today. So it'll be fun. I think honestly this is the best part of it. Honestly, just experimenting and just trying different things out. I'm gonna separate this. And there's like a tail end whoosh that I liked from this. Take a listen here. We're gonna change this to be straight. Maybe up. And this one we can leave it off a little bit because we know that the actual tail end of this sound ends literally right here. But just for the sake of smoothness and making sure that I think my ears what I'm hearing to make sure we get the resonance of the actual tail end, I want to leave it like that. And I want to duplicate it as well. And what I could do is actually maybe try some pitch shifting, see if I can get a higher layer maybe. And I could just make it an octave. So have to be careful because obviously when we're messing with pitch, you can make it harmonize by accident. Like what I just did there. And what I might try to do is just cut this track and just have that. I want that tail end badly. Sure, we'll just try to duplicate this here. Oops. Track might be off here. We're just going to zoom in. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the first track up here first. And actually, what I'm noticing is that we don't want the dips in the sound here. So what I want to do here is try to maybe I'm just trying something, honestly. This is kind of silly. We're not gonna do this. I might not use that sound at all, but that's okay. What I might actually do here just to make a tail end is that I could just shift this one. I'm also gonna slow down this track. I don't want it to be too fast here. I'm gonna listen to the original real quick here and see if I'm getting myself off astray here. But I'm actually gonna remove that and put copy before I do that, so I can do this to the raw track. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more to that. Sorry about that. Adding on there. Oh wait, oops. Okay, that's a good start. Let's take a listen to the original, though. Oops. I don't know if anyone else hears, but I hear like a hard, almost sounds like to initiate it. I'm gonna give you guys a video. To initiate it, it almost sounds like they have like something going on there. Give me one second. I know you guys don't see the video right now. I'm gonna fix it, but just to make sure I can loop this video without having to go over here and you guys can watch it, I'm gonna do something here. Okay. You know, I hear, I actually hear like maybe it's like an impact sound a little bit. Just a small impact. Nothing crazy, but sounds. So we're gonna go back over here. I'm gonna look for an impact sound. I wonder if I can find like a desk. And of course, we blend that a little bit, and I want to EQ it. Just gonna try to do some of that. And actually, I'm not even gonna worry about this yet. And see, now I am not liking how quickly this is fading out. So maybe I'll try something different. Fade it for the fade out curve. So yeah, I adjusted the fade out a little bit there. Actually, I might be doing it too early still. Then we could probably go in on this curve. Still a little bit early. Yeah, so that's a good start there. Sorry, y'all, give me 1 second. I'll give myself some water real quick here. Right now we're on the right track here. Sorry. Some water. Okay. Got some water here. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, we were EQing this a little bit here. And that actually did a lot. I took out some of the highs. I didn't want the rattle. But it added a sense of urgency to the overall sound here with this. We're also going to EQ some of the lows. I think it's fair. I know it doesn't seem like a lot. Why I do that? It seems like a lot. But it's just adding kind of some depth and volume to this here. I guess in my opinion it is. Okay, it's pretty good there. And actually I might just copy this and paste it down here. Now I want to add it to this here. And we're gonna do the same thing. I think that's a bit of a little bit too aggressive fade out. So we'll just do this here. Maybe not. Maybe here we'll do a little bit more. Yeah, like that. We'll do it like that for now. And this is gonna be a little bit more on this one. This one we're actually a little lower down the compressor there. This here is at 9. Where's our distance already at 17? What I might do is take out the compressor in general. Oops. So Wonder why I was doing that here. That's pretty good so far, though. Let me see how it sounds here. The one thing I think my one thing is with the impact sounds, but we're gonna take a look at this real quick here. Okay, yeah, so definitely some higher ends. So I'm gonna look for some. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna look for some. I also had some howling winds from last project that we actually did. So I want to look for some kind of a whistle howling. If we can't do it that way, then we might be able to experiment with some EQ and try it that way as well. Right here. I know it seems extreme, but we can definitely adjust that a little bit. Actually, we don't even need that much of this. A little clip of. Here we go. Drop it here, and then we'll add a new track in a second. A new track. I promise you, we'll eventually reorganize these. I'm actually gonna start labeling these as impact wind, or just impact. Honestly, we'll name this one How. I'm gonna make it real short. I don't want it to be too much here. And then we'll of course also pitch it down a little bit, turn it down a little bit if we need to. Right now. Oh wow, I realized my mic was muted for a while here. We might have to continue this tomorrow because I did just crash. Wow. So this left off from I added the compressor on this. I remember we moved the. Well, so we're gonna have to do some things over again. That's okay. I usually don't not save, but I guess I didn't. Honestly, this sounds better than last time, so I'm okay with that. You know. I'm trying to figure out why it's a little different on this one. Hold up. And I kind of want to, since we're experimenting here, I kind of want to try and see if the elbow would. And then, we'll pitch up this elbow by itself here. Uh-oh. Make sure I save here. Sorry, I'll never. Make sure we don't have any technical difficulties. I don't mean to be quiet here. I want to make sure that nothing else happens. I think we'll go to end this stream early a little bit here. But don't worry. We'll just do extended one tomorrow. I just want to make sure everything's not. If that has to happen, I should say. I don't want to automatically assume that's going to happen. So I'm going to go and save this. We're all good here. And we're going to take a look back at the original one here. Okay. Try this here. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. I think the sounds match the animation. I think it's okay. I think this is where we left off before, where we decided to add the high frequencies to this. I wanted to save so we don't have to worry about that again. I'm going to grab the same exact file I had before. just going to go to add a new track. Maybe a little bit longer here. You know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit longer here because this sound could honestly span between both of them without actually being in both of them. And what we'll do is just do this here. Maybe we get some panning action. That's one thing to consider. All right, let's try it. Kind of experiment here. They're going to both be center at first. And then I think we'll also have to add some to kind of give it that effect of it's passing us by. We're going to also turn down the volume of this here. Just by a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Just something light. It gives the illusion that it's actually going further away when really we're just adjusting the panning of it, and we're just turning down the actual decibel of it here. There you go. This one here, sorry. And maybe we'll just keep these tracks separate here, maybe. Yeah. And we'll just call this howling wind track. Yellow color. The yellow color that they have, but it's fine. I'm usually a color Nazi, but I'm not going to do this right now. Howling. Okay, and then we're going to save that. So now if we take, let's first of all, go into just solo these 3 parts. Maybe we should turn this down a little bit more. I feel like the first one's actually a little bit lower. If it's not, that's okay. If we're going to compress this here. Wait a minute. My cables are not a bunch. I don't know if it's just me, but it sounds like we'll leave that how it's right now. But now, right now we have this now. Okay, so now we just have this part. Oops. It's going away. There you go. Sorry again, this is my first time using. Wait a second. Using that hotkey for that screen. Anyways, so now we're going to work on the rope sounds here. I know it's not perfect, but we're just going to get a basic foundation today. I think that's going to be what we're going to work on. Oops, sorry, y'all. Let's take a look at these rope swings here because Okay, so this is where it starts at. So we're just gonna I want to see if we get all these. I want to cut all these at the same spot here. I didn't get the yellow, but that's okay. Got it. And maybe we might just need a higher layer of this, but we'll try. There are different options here. Copy here. Sorry, I'm just giving a feel here what should happen. I'm gonna kind of take a look and see what we have so far. This is just kind of the rope tail end of the sound design here. Yeah, okay. And honestly, now I'm thinking this should be a little bit longer. Yeah, we're almost getting there. Some more things we can definitely do. Again, we're just starting this off today. My next mission is to make this a little bit louder on the rope swishes. So we're gonna let me see if I can find a pre-recorded one here. And then of course we have the other option of, I'm just gonna go and kind of show you what we can do. It's just the best way to kind of showcase it here. Add a new track. We do a couple things, obviously, kind of edit it out. Because what I would probably do is definitely turn down some of them and just go. And actually, that could be another layer, additional layer, if need be. Let's try it this way real quick. Let's see if I added another one. Okay. Hey, not too bad right now. Actually, let me take a listen to the original sound design here. I feel like the original one. Okay, that's sounding pretty good there. I match it up I match kind of the whipping sounds exactly with the original. Not exactly, but you know, pretty close to the original. So we're gonna take a listen to this here. See how this sounds. I feel like it goes a little bit lower, so we're just gonna adjust this a little bit. I'm gonna take it down to 4 semitones. This is gonna be like, you know, honestly, I do kind of miss those ending tail whips that we had, because it kind of helped end it off a little bit. Even though it wasn't necessary, it was a good way to, you know. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, let's take a listen to this. Oops. Gotta start a little bit further here. Sorry. Okay, so one thing, how can I make this sound a little bit more like how they had it here? I'm going to. I mean, it's pretty out there, to be fair. If I be honestly fair. Okay, so right now we have the ropes. I actually kind of like this version a little bit better. And it's mainly because it's a little more clear compared to what we had with these ropes, which is totally fine. You gotta add anything else to this? I apologize for yawning, y'all. we'll do more fade out here for that. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I save this time. Keep going. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting about that window, but we'll take a look at it anyways. We're about to get to time here, but I think it's a pretty good starting point. Honestly, what I wish I could do, and there's probably a random Reaper plugin for this, but to really randomize like the pitches and everything of the whips, kind of like how Reaper and what WYs would do it. But of course, you know, in WYs you'd be able to add a perimeter and say you wanted a random like this. And I'm sure that's probably what they did in the actual game as well, because you don't want to hear the same similar sound over and over again. So they probably definitely did that here. I'm going to also do something here. I'm still learning Reaper, so I'm always like adding different things here. Sure, this is all there. There y'all can. Yeah, I think it's definitely a good start to this, and I think here let's zoom into this and take a look at the video. Sure, you guys can see it now. So, and here, let me show you the original sound. I'm gonna go back to it in a second. Moment here, and here's the original. I think we got the basis right of it. Obviously, what we're missing is the ambience, but I'm focusing mainly on the actual pushing and pulling sound of Jett when he gets it. And oops. I'm glad. One thing I am glad I did was decide to. We'll do. This is rope whooshes. Okay, it's spelled a little funny there. It was capitalized a little bit funny there, but I'm glad I changed that because it's a little more clear with those ones. I think these are from either my library or from Soundly. By the way, I think it's just a little more clear when it comes to the whip sounds of this. But yeah, I like that. It sounds quite good there. We'll take a look at it again. Yeah. All right, give me 1 second here. I'll take another sip of water. Sorry, y'all, my throat's just feeling a bit funny today. And actually, we'll probably just go ahead and continue this tomorrow. I'm gonna do a little bit longer stream tomorrow, honestly, because I kind of want to get through this a little bit here, kind of finish out some ambient sounds with this sound design, and then we'll also go over some of the things that I added with implementation. And if there's anything else I want to add tomorrow to implementation, I'll also do that as well. I'm just gonna kind of rest today. Honestly, my voice is a little hurting right now, but yeah, we still accomplished quite a bit within an hour and I guess 40 minutes I've been in here. We were able to kind of make the base of the sound design. It's possible, I dare even say, pretty much almost completed sound design of this. The biggest thing that is just some of the subtleties of it, like, you know, the clicking of the gun would be nice to add in. In the original sound design here, as you can listen, you hear kind of this dingling sound of all the different stuff that she has on her, you know, waist belt from her knives or her gun moving around. So that's some little detail stuff we can definitely add to this. But for now, we're gonna call it a night here. And again, I'll do a longer stream tomorrow. Implementation. I really will do here. I apologize for all the mishaps these past couple weekends here, but this Sunday I'll be able to actually do it here. So we'll do some more of this tomorrow. And so if you guys don't mind going by my Instagram and Twitter, that's where I update all my stuff on there. I will also be adding some of these VODs to my YouTube soon, so that if anybody ever wants to watch them or kind of see my thought process behind this, I'll definitely be able to leave it over and just leave me some comments or you know, anything throughout this stream here. Let me know things I could do better. I'm always looking to get better, and again, this is just an easy way I can practice sound design, because I do love doing it so much. So anyways, thank you guys for coming by and saying hi if you did. And again, just hit that follow button if you want to see more of my type of streams like this, and I'll talk to you guys all later. See ya.